Hi everybody, Franklin Gamer back here, and welcome again to the Danelaw. We are now in the year 929 CE, and in the last episode we took a chunk of land off Denmark. It's a shame we couldn't quite get all of this, but we could only take duchy titles, and this is in a slightly different duchy to that one. So now we have a truce with Denmark, obviously for 5 years, but we don't have a truce with England anymore. But England is in, they are in a battle with Leon, which they are winning, but they're also losing an internal civil war for the Duchess Wulfrith's claim on the kingdom. They are really struggling for levies. I'm wondering whether a war at this point would be good. I might hang off. He's a fornicator and she's a fornicator. Maybe they fornicated together. The earldom of Nottinghamshire, they believe in Catholicism and they do not pray to Odin. Riksgodi Skoldia condemns it as heresy, but the people ask for understanding. How they worship is none of my business, and we get some opinion, local opinion, popular opinion even. Or they will pray to the gods, and it would be easier to convert the faith. Do we have somebody? Yes, he's trying to convert the faith in our capital, which I think is kind of important. He's a terrible Riksgodi. God, but we really don't have anybody fantastic to replace him with. Easier to convert the faith for 30 years. He's going to finish that in 9 years. We will go for this and probably completely forget in 9 years' time that Nottinghamshire would be the best target afterwards. Now I'm wondering what we would do with these criminals. We are not particularly religious, although I don't think our religion minds too much about fidelity. Anyway, the apple falls. Lately I have been pondering the education of my son Athelstan. Is diplomacy really the appropriate direction? Since being trained in intrigue myself, I have found that particular knowledge to serve me well. Surely it should do the same for him. Diplomacy is better there than intrigue. Stewardship. He's got a big bonus to intrigue there and to there. Why would it cost us 40 stress? Shape him in my image. We'll take the stress. We're pretty low stress. I think we would pardon. Our son learned the Norse language. My vassal Earl Sigurdur looks slightly up and down, nodding approvingly. It's a mighty fine mare you have here, my queen. If you would allow me to take her for a ride, I would be very grateful. No? No one rides Sleipnir but me. And we'll grant that pardon as well. We are still rank number 1. Excellent. Well, I was just wondering whether to go to the Grand Tournament after all, but then our time ran out on it. Okay, a couple of things there. Let's look at this one. Unpopular favourite. I'm still smiling at a joke my Riksgodi Skoldia made at this morning's council session when Jarl Elstan catches my arm. Liege, I've been meaning to talk to you. I know you feel much affection for him, but really, a place on the council? To be blunt, if these slights are not addressed, only Odin knows what will befall Danelaw. I mean, he's not good as he's not got good skills to be Riksgodi, but there's not really anybody to put in his place. I thought this one might offer me a really good Riksgodi. I mean, he'd make a better one, but I don't think I can appoint him to be a Riksgodi. Vassals wouldn't like us very much. Calm, brave, patient. A queen may pick her own council. Thank you very much. And our son has called on our alliance to join in the third Manx conquest of the chiefdom of Rinkshoving. This, I imagine, is in somewhere over here. Part of Yeland. Yeah, this is a funny one, isn't it? Because our son at the moment is a vassal of the Kingdom of Denmark. I'm really unsure what's going to happen when he takes our throne. So, I mean, we're going to help him out. Of course we're going to help him out. He's our son. But I'm wondering whether taking all this land is going to make Denmark stronger or us stronger at the end of the day. He has 1,800 soldiers. They have 1,900 soldiers. So us joining certainly helps. How old's our son now? 12. He's a proper little warmonger, isn't he? We will accept. I don't think we can raise any armies over in the north, across the North Sea. Let's raise them over here. Bring them all into one place so we can group them. Let's bring them there to join up with our son's army. Let's go down this way. Pause a second. I mean, I really think he's going to do just fine. So why don't we get to work? Siege. Oh, there's more of his army. Stone of glass. As I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me. Yep, I know the feeling. I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insist on writing in such small symbols? I squint and try again. Nothing short of a miracle. With the aid of a stone of glass, even old women struggling with bad eyesight could read with ease. Skoldia, I require your assistance. I need one of those stones. Or just sell everything which we can't read. We will take the lifestyle experience. He defeated the 600 by the looks of it. Was it 600 or so? So he should even be alright against the 1300. So I'm just going to hold my ground, I think. It looks like Ulster have also been called into the war. And there we are with our reading glasses. Fantastic. A superstitious mind. The last time I saw Jarl Ulfiger, he was surreptitiously getting rid of my yellow hat because yellow is an unlucky colour for people of my birth. Okay. The time before, I had to accompany him on a ridiculously long detour to avoid a sleeping black cat. It's unlucky, he said. I don't even want to remember the time he thought he had lost his lucky amulet. However, as I catch him throwing away half of my precious salt just because it had been spilled, I feel my patience wearing thin. This is the guy who was on his deathbed quite a while ago, actually. He seems to still be okay. But what if it's all true? We gain superstitious. Let me show the error of your ways. So a learning outcome, which we would do very well in it. Your Ulfiger would lose superstitious. We would help our friend out, wouldn't we? I mean, yes, it's nonsense, but let me show you the error of your ways. And he was persuaded. Of course he was. Oh, and we gained a favour hook as well. The war is going very well for our son. Yeah, our court grandeur is low, isn't it? Okay, let's just hit pause a second. Which powerful vassal expects a council position? I think we could put Jarl Valdemar as our steward, as our marshal. He's not quite as good as Jarl Kolbein, but he's not a powerful vassal. So yes, we will do that for sure. We've got a perk, and we're going down the theologian tree. So clergy opinion is improved. And there's another dangerous faction, Liberty faction. 2 members this time. He's recruited somebody else to him. He would also love a place on the council, but the only position he would do well in is Riksgodi, and he can't be appointed to that position. What if we sent him a gift? 150 only for 19 opinion gain. No, I don't think that's going to be worth it. I'm sure we'll be fine. Who is the other one in his other partner? He expects to remain on the council, so he's already on the council. $100 for a 19 opinion. Yeah, maybe if we exchange sausages, but I don't think it's worth it. We will wait. I think this war is probably going to finish sooner rather than later. The Norse play in Bamberg It's been brought to my attention that Erika, a renowned Norse playwright, intends to hold a performance of his work titled 2000 Danelaw Nights. The price of admission is steep, but this is likely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness an Erika play with my own eyes. A pious night at the theatre it is, or I will not make like of Ymir's creation. A pious night at the theatre. As I watch the play unfold before me, it quickly becomes clear why Erika is so well known as a literary genius. The prose, the performance, all of it makes me feel as though I am witnessing the events of the heroic sagas unfold before me, as if I were there to behold Ymir's work myself. Once the play is drawn to a close, I find myself alone with Erika. You must teach me to interpret the heroic sagas as you do. For 50 gold we would get 50 lifestyle and 50 piety, or I could write better than this. And this is a learning challenge, and our learning is pretty high, so we think we can probably do better. Since we've got those glasses, we think we're suddenly the smartest person in the whole of Western Europe. It's been quite some time since I originally vowed to outdo the inferior work of Erika, and as the ink of my scribes grows dry, I admire my own work, so we didn't even write it ourselves, we got the scribes to do it. The Passion of Sif is a work deserving of being called a masterpiece by my own humble reckoning. The only question that remains is who should play the lead role. I don't think who's Jacco van Gelden? A courtier. Why is he? Oh, Jacco. So both on my diplomacy. Well, we'll go for myself in disguise. We think we can do it all. I'm not too sure we can. Yeah, my diplomacy skill isn't particularly good. However, a dramatic debut. I take a breath and prepare to perform my play, assured that it will be impeccable with me here to deliver its pious message. I take a deep breath and recite my lines flawlessly, the audience surrounding me, falling captive to my words. I enlighten them with my masterful interpretation of the tales from the heroic sagas. As the crowd erupts into applause, I am assured that I outdid myself and showed Erika how a real Sartruan writes a play. What a great night for Sartruans everywhere. Who knew Áslaug was a literary genius? A lifestyle perk, 100 piety, 150 prestige. She can do everything. She's a shield maiden. I'm trying to work it out in my head, and I don't know. 500, 600 years before Shakespeare? Fantastic. Okay, do we want convert faith in county progress scheme? Yes, I think that. A zealous proselyzer. That will be very useful. That's gone down to 6 years now. We must remember Nottinghamshire's next. Let's unpause again. So we could exchange hostages with Earl Bragi the Gracious of Northamptonshire. Is he one of? Yeah. He wouldn't stay. He wouldn't be very long, surely. He's 70, or does he stay with us all the time? Yeah, I don't think this is. We're not a very. This is quite a diplomatic maneuver, I think, exchanging hostages, isn't it? Whilst it probably would help and take him out of the faction. because we're more leaning towards martial, I don't think this is what we would do. So no, we won't go for that. That's likely to rise up in 8 months. Hopefully this war will be over by then. Why don't you just stay there and finish taking that? Greetings, my sensible liege. I have arrived in Bamberg to pay homage to you. Nobody brings me gold, do they? They're just all a pledge of submission. Serve me well, though, Earl Morfarch. There we go. That should have won the war for our son. We'll disband. Well done, son. Now let's hope. Well, so our heir is first in line to inherit Rink Shubbing, but that is just what he's. Oh, I'm guessing he may be Jarl Athelstan. He lost an eye as well, by the looks of it. Maybe that's his vassal now, which is why he's the first. He's scarred. He's one-eyed. He's Tyrion Lannister. Scarred, one-eyed, strong, flagellant dwarf. Oh, I like him though. I do like him. I'm looking forward to when he will be king. But I really love Áslaug. She's done fantastic. She is the jack of all trades. And yeah, this does tend to happen when we have lots of allies, doesn't it? We are being called in again by Ulster, and they are fighting against the High Chiefdom of Munster down in the south. Just about leaning in Ulster's favour, but yeah, we're brave. We help our allies, definitely. I wonder whether we actually need to help them so much. Oh well, if you're going to come across the Irish Sea to siege our lands, then you can bet that we are going to raise our armies. I mean, we should crush those. Well, we may as well now. Now we've raised our armies, we might as well go and siege down perhaps Meath. Oh, we've got a plague close at hand, have we? No? World plagues, no realm plagues or nearby plagues. Oh, it's gone. Well, that ended quickly, didn't it? Which is good. Ulster is getting rather big. They will be able to form islands soon, I imagine, which is interesting. We may need Ireland to form Britannia, but that is in the future, obviously. England has... Looks like England is at peace. And they look... Well, they certainly look weaker than we do. I think that could be... Oh, we don't need much, do we? 217 prestige, and we could get the whole of... We could go for the war for the... Because we need exalted among men. Otherwise, we could... Otherwise, we're just going for it by duchies, but we're so close. What if we hold a hunt? To quickly the development is too high. Oh, so yeah, row sightings, perhaps in Abergwan could be the best place. We need to reduce the danger, and that should be enough. I think we'll get enough just from... I don't think we need to spend extra money to get more prestige. So we will start the hunt, and I think that shall be what we do in the next episode, sorry. And hopefully get that prestige to then take England by the one big bite, perhaps. Yeah, I've recorded this. I don't know when this one exactly is going to go out. I've recorded it before Rose to Power has been released, and I may yet still try to record another episode in advance of going away as well. We'll see whether I have the time to do that. I will explain in that video if it is before Rose to Power or after, and whether that's made any difference to this save and playthrough. But I hope to see you again soon. Please consider giving me a like or subscribing. That would be absolutely fantastic. Any comments, please do drop them down below. I hope to see you again soon, but in the meantime, look after yourselves and cheers!